really releasing them. There we can see the sun shining onto the Yorkshire moors, the Dales rather, not the moors, as they continue around North Yorkshire just at the moment. We're heading for Skipton, which will take us into just over 34 kilometres done, about 21 miles into the stage today of 118 miles. And the peloton now visibly slowing at the moment, I think, as we're getting into the heart of the open countryside now. For the first time we can actually count the spectators, but that is very unusual today.
Well, the problem with this course here is actually finding car parking space, and that's why it's been very difficult for people, because they don't want cars parked at the side of the road. They want the race to be as safe as possible, because the organisers have been to the Tour de France, the organiser of the start, the Grand Départ in Yorkshire, have been to the Tour de France for the last couple of years, and they've seen the problems. And for example, you can't get a car over there on the right-hand side because you've got a thing called a dry stone wall in there, and you can't move those, you know.
No, they're pretty solid. And they're typical by Lotto Belisol here. They are the team that does this a lot for Andre Greipel at this stage of the race, to keep him their man in the hunt. We can pick out Andre easy enough. He's got the white jersey on. Incidentally, if you follow cycling regularly and you see Mark Cavendish all year ride in a white jersey as champion of Britain, he didn't defend that title last Sunday in Abergavenny. Therefore, he's no longer in a white jersey. He's in the team colours, so it might be a little bit more difficult for you to recognise him. But we'll point him out for you. Here we go now as we head down into Skipton, and not surprisingly, Paul, everybody's out of the pubs.
Yes, everybody's out to enjoy this. Skipton, in fact, fairly important in well, one of the most famous building societies in the United Kingdom at one time was the Skipton Building Society, based here. There's a lot of economy in the north of England. Looks like somebody's missing from the leading group of three. In fact, the Cofidis rider, I think, decided to stop at the side of the road.
Saddle perhaps, change bikes.
Just looking for him. I think he's probably stopped to change that bike that he was having a problem with his saddle height with. Well, here is Ede, the red and white jersey of Cofidis, making his way back through. But you notice the riders in the breakaway, in fact, looked after by Jens Voigt. I think they suggested they'd better wait for this ride, because the three-man breakaway needed a little bit of extra power as they tried to hold on to their 3-minute and 7-second advantage. Through the middle now of Skipton. Skipton very important on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, which goes right away across the top of the country to link east and west. Skipton very important in the Industrial Revolution as well, because of the installation of a number of very important cotton mills, which we didn't quite get a chance to see. These are the moors. This is the view of Yorkshire. Yorkshire at its most glorious here as we start to make our way around. I wonder if we're looking for the castle, which is not too far of Skipton. We're now in the county of North Yorkshire. Well, they're just on the top of the hill there. You can just spot the turrets, I think, of the old medieval castle. As we start to plunge down, we're looking for the main field, we're looking for the peloton. There they are, heading into Skipton at an average speed of around 27 miles an hour. It's a long ride. It's a question of elimination, really. 3 minutes and 10 seconds is the gap, 154 kilometers to go. This is the peloton. Johan van Summeren is the tall rider there in the light blue jersey of Garmin. Over on the right-hand side, Bernie Eisel. Just behind him, the rider from Team Sky, you can spot Chris Froome. He decided safety is the best part of Valor for today, so he's moving up to the front end of the main field. Everybody's nervous on this opening day. A lot of riders participating in the Tour de France for the first time. At the back, Team Europcar. Europcar, an aggressive team. Number 158 there, Kevin Redzer. On the far side, France's most popular professional bike rider, wears number 159, Thomas Vauclair. A couple of occasions he's worn the yellow jersey. He's an aggressive professional bike rider, Thomas Vauclair. Kevin Redzer on the left, number 158. He, in fact, although he lives in Versailles, he hails from the island of Guadeloupe.
Beautiful images of Skipton, Paul, the famous Yorkshire grey stone buildings here, and they're not allowed to build in other colours as they go through Skipton itself. It has a cobbled high street, if memory serves me correct. I haven't been here for about 10 years, as they run down alongside the banks of the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. But just look at the people down there. Thousands upon thousands.
It's absolutely crazy. Even at the back of the square there, people are looking for any vantage point. It's not necessarily a question, I think, Phil, it's a question of pride, not necessarily being able to see the race, but being present at the side of the road, being able to say, I was there when the Tour de France came to Yorkshire, which is why, I mean, these crowds have been 10 and 15 deep in all of the major towns that we've been through so far.
This is the main street now of Skipton.
Stage one.
Well, you might just spot there the yellow jersey, and that is on the top of the Anglican church, the Church of St. Trinity, a 12th century church. And there in the background you can see the castle of Skipton, or Le Château de Skipton, as they say in French. Very famous medieval castle, which was preserved for England, very important during the English Civil War. You can see it is a magnificent backdrop. It was built originally, though, by Robert of Romilly, who was the baron who came across from Normandy with William I, or William the Conqueror. Now, problem at the back here, at the Arrière de la Course. Now, this is the Portuguese rider, José Pimenta Costa, from Team Neta Endura. And it looks as if there was a little bit of a touch of wheels there as he went down. Well, let's get back to the chateaus. Well, as I said, built for Robert de Romilly. And originally it became the proprietary of the Abbey of Bolton. But the church there has certainly come out in style. It was rebuilt, it was destroyed because it was originally built out of wood, destroyed by fire and rebuilt towards the 1300s. It expanded in the 16th century after it was damaged during the British Civil War. But they've decided to put a very cuddly, a yellow jumper, I think they would call it in this part of the world.
Aye, lad. It'll be a yellow jumper up there, that's for sure. They put it in the right place too.